malo le rei kainga. Fia au e whangamari e koni keo ako le whatonga mo koe. Ko hoko ingo ko puluku ai tohi. Hawa me yutani pe. Peo fia mo oni ke tau ako le whatonga. My name is Brooke Waitohi. I'm from Utah, and I will hopefully be your Tongan teacher. I'm not actually here with you, but hopefully these videos will help. And so this video right here is just kind of an introduction. I not only want to give you background on myself, but an idea of why I decided to make these videos and kind of the purpose of them. And so, like I said, I am from Utah. I grew up in Utah. Never spoke Tongan growing up. My dad spoke Tongan. He's from Tongan. Came over here about when he was 18 years old. Married my mom, who's not Tongan at all, doesn't speak Tongan. And never had any reason to speak Tongan in my home. Both my parents speak English. This was true all the way until 2018. When I was 18 years old, I received a mission call. I was called to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Tongan Nukolofa mission, Tongan speaking. And so my eyes were kind of opened to Tonga, really. My whole life it had been a place I was Tongan. I told people I was Tongan. I went to Tongan functions. People spoke Tongan to me sometimes. I'd say, "Io fefe hake saipe," just little things, random things like that. But it really hit me when I was called to serve in Tonga because I knew I was going to go there, and I knew I was going to be there for hopefully 2 years. And so my first experience with Tongan was when I came to the Missionary Training Center. I was here for about 6 weeks, and there was a Palangi guy, there's a white guy who could speak Tongan way better than me. So it was a little embarrassing, but it was cool. I was impressed. And I was here for 6 weeks, and I learned a little bit of Tongan. I thought I had a pretty good grasp on things, and then I went to Tonga and realized I had no idea anything about Tonga or even the Tongan language. And so over the next 18 months, 19 months or so, I lived in Tonga and I spoke Tongan. I had Tongan companions that were from Tonga. I lived amongst the people. It was great. It was the best time of my life, really. I ended up having to come home a little bit early because of COVID. The borders closed and they were trying to get all international missionaries back to America. And so I came back a little bit early. And about a year after I came back, I started working at the Missionary Training Center. So the place where I had first been exposed to Tongan, I started working there. And I've been at the MTC for about a year and 3 months now. And the reason I'm making these videos is because my time at the MTC is coming to an end. And I love helping missionaries learn Tongan. The vast majority of missionaries that I've taught Tongan have been Tongan from America. Actually, all of them have been. They've been part Tongan, half Tongan, full Tongan, from America and don't speak Tongan, or at least not as well as they think they should. And so it's been a real pleasure working with missionaries, especially because I was once in their shoes. And so that's where a lot of my passion comes from, is I like to teach missionaries because they are similar to the way I was. They didn't speak Tongan. They don't speak Tongan. And so the point of these videos is to kind of help missionaries after I finish at the MTC keep learning Tongan. It's to give them a resource that they can come back to and watch. But chances are you're watching this on YouTube, and I'm posting these to YouTube because I would like for everybody to have the opportunity to learn Tongan. Maybe it won't be the best resource, but if they help 1 or 2 people, all the better. And so that's a little bit about me, and that's kind of the reason why I'd like to do this. And I'd also like to make a disclaimer about learning Tongan, about my Tongan course, whatever you want to call it, is that everything I'll be teaching is basically my understanding of Tongan. I'm a native English speaker who learned Tongan as a second language, even though I am Tongan. And I had to make sense out of it in my English brain. You know, eventually I got to the point where I could think in Tongan, I could write, I could speak, I could read in Tongan, I could do everything I wanted to in Tongan. But while I was learning it, I had to learn it from English, basically. Ideally, lessons would be taught in Tongan in like a full comprehensive course. But we're going to make do with what we have, and I'm going to teach Tongan lessons, Tongan grammar principles, Tongan concepts, Tongan words, vocabulary, whatever it is, in English. I'll speak as much Tongan as possible, but for the most part it'll be in English. And so I want you to remember that as you're going throughout these are Brooke's understanding of the Tongan language. I think it will be really helpful to you if you're trying to learn Tongan, and I hope it'll be really helpful to you. But I'm in no way an official organization, or I don't represent anybody except for myself, a kid who went to Tonga, learned Tongan, came back, and would like to share that knowledge. And so I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you can learn and really grasp the concepts that I'm trying to put out. I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm working really hard making them, and yeah, good luck.